Do you want to get into tech, but you don't know how? Do you have to do computer science, bootcamp, or an apprenticeship? Quite a difficult one, yeah? In this video, we are going to look at the pros and cons of each option to help you make the best decision for your future in tech. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Samuel Nete, and on this channel, we talk about coding tips and tricks and taking your software development career to the next level. Today's topic is a big one: computer science degrees, bootcamps, or apprenticeships. Each has its own advantages and disadvantages. What might work for person A might not work for person B. So without further ado, let us look at each of these options. Now, with university programs are very thorough. They go in depth on the fundamentals of computer engineering, software engineering, and computer science. You do a lot of maths, data structures, algorithms, and what have you. It gives you a very solid knowledge to be able to branch into different sections if you want to. It's a more traditional approach and a very structured approach in learning something in tech, be it software engineering or something else. Bootcamps, on the other hand, are relatively new. They sprung up all over the country some years back, and people seem to love them. They are very intense and very laser focused on a program, and they usually run for a short amount of time in comparison to universities. Bootcamp programs run for between 6 to 12 months, maybe 3, depending on what program you are doing. But these programs are out there, and they can also help you to get into tech. The last option is apprenticeships. And now apprenticeships are a very cool program. They are offered in some countries, not all, but then apprenticeships put people in the industry from day one, right? So you are put in the industry from day one. You have a mentor who takes care of you. He shows you the mentor teaches you the trade. You code under a mentor, and you also have theoretical background from your institution that sent you there. These programs normally run for about 2 to 3 years, depending on the country you are in. But the apprenticeships programs are very cool in the sense that you get to experience real life coding from day one. For me, a sweet spot between universities and boot camps. But then, like I said, each of these options have their pros and cons. So let's look at the universities. Well, as you all know, universities are very long, can be very long, and it can also be very, very expensive, right? Depending on the country you are in some countries you can go to university for free, but nevertheless you still have to take care of yourself. And looking at the duration of the university programs, you would have to take care of yourself in a way you wouldn't have time to be doing a full-time job to support your university degrees. So it can become very boring or very tedious, and yeah, that's why some people fall off or drop out of university. One of the reasons why, because it's very long and can be very boring. Those are the disadvantages of the universities. Now, the advantage of the university is that you get a very, very, very thorough background. You get to understand things at the fundamental level very well. You get to do a whole lot of things, a plethora of things within IT. You look at operating systems, you look at networking, you look at software engineering. And mind you, software development is just a tiny fraction of computer science. It's not computer science as a whole. It's just a tiny fraction of computer science. So next to computer science, you tend to learn a lot of other things, which gives you the opportunity to decide in which direction you want to go to in the future. So universities give you the option of going into different directions and giving you the foundations to be able to go into different directions. So that's one of the strong advantages of the university. Now, when it comes to the disadvantages, like I said already, it's quite expensive, very long, and very time consuming. Bootcamps, on the other hand, are very short and intense. And that's a cool thing. That's why it's become also very popular. A lot of people do bootcamps and they are able to enter the job market very quickly. You get the skills you need to become a web developer, and within 6 months, a year, you were in there, you start working. That's the thing. The disadvantage here is that it could be very expensive. And the main disadvantage for me on the bootcamp is that they don't go very deep. You just get a shallow level of how these tools work. You can work with them in the industry, but you don't really get the fundamental background behind technologies or behind some concepts like you do in the universities, right? So that for me is the trade-off. Now, when it comes to apprenticeships, for me, that's a sweet spot. If I had the opportunity again, I would have done an apprenticeship and then gone to the university. But then depends on each one, depends on your goals too. Apprenticeships put you in the industry from day one. So you go in the industry, you are working on the real project under a mentor, and you also get theoretical teaching from your mentor or from your institution that sent you into the program. That's the sweet spot. The problem with apprenticeships is that it is not available in every country. I don't think it's available in the United States. If it is, tell me. In Europe, I know it's available in Germany. I don't know about your country. If you know apprenticeships are also in IT are also available in your country, kindly leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll be glad to know. I always want to learn something new. And so there you have it. So you have the three options: universities, bootcamps, and apprenticeships. All of them come with their pros and cons. And one con about the apprenticeship is that although you do theory, it's not as deep as in the universities, right? So that's the only con I can think about. Apart from that, everything about apprenticeships are cool. In Germany, for example, you get paid whilst you're learning. So best of two worlds, right? Now, which one do you choose? Now, when it comes to that, it really depends, right? It really depends where you are in life, where you want to go to, and what you want to do, right? It really depends. If you just come out straight off university and you have the ambition of going into research in the future, I will take a university, because none of the other two options will give you the foundations to be able to go into research. It's only the university degree that will give you the foundation, build you up for research in the future, and that's what universities are there for, right? Also, if you are not sure into which direction you want to go to in tech, but you know you want to go into tech, I also do a degree, because the degree gives you a foundation and gives you the option into branching into different sections within IT. So that I will also consider. Now, when it comes to the bootcamps are for people, in my opinion, are for professionals who have been working in the field and want to jump ships, or came out of university did something unrelated to IT and want to jump ship, and they want an intense program to help them start working. That is also an option. That one works as well. But here you tend to lose out on the fundamentals, right? A lot. It was good. You can learn it. You can learn almost everything nowadays on the internet. You can learn it over time, but you are not going to get the fundamentals like you are going to get in the university. But you can get a job and you can start working very quickly. So that's the thing with bootcamps. Like I said, it depends on where you want to go, your goals and everything. Apprenticeships for me is, like I've always been saying, is the best option when you come straight out of school. You tend to learn quickly, you tend to learn under a mentor, which is very, very important in this industry, to learn from very experienced people. You tend to learn from your mentor. And the best part is you get paid while learning, right? The best option for me. It's an option which I would really love to see in other countries coming up. But then the problem with the apprenticeship is you know exactly what you want to do. You know you want to do software development, so you go into it. You don't want to do UI UX, so you go into that program and you are locked in for the next 2 to 3 years, right? So that is something you also have to consider, right? Nevertheless, after all these things, you can still jump ships to A to B, A, C to C, and the world is open for you, to you, and nowadays you can learn everything you want to learn on the internet, right? But to answer your question, you should know where you want to go in life. Do you know where you stand? Do you know the direction you want to go to? Choose a university. If you're not sure about exactly what you want to do, you choose the university. Within the studies, you find out something which is going to help you make your choice within the field of interest. Bootcamps, if you're jumping ships, you want to get into the working world really fast. And apprenticeships, if you come out straight off school and you know exactly what you want to do, I will do that. With apprenticeships, you can also add up. You can also decide to go to university at any point in time you want in your life, right? And one more thing I want to leave with you, you have to put in your head, for me, that's the most important thing about this video, is software development is not equal to computer science. Software development is just a tiny fraction of computer science. So if you are fighting with the decision, whether to get into computer science or engineering, that's something you have to keep in mind. Both are not the same, right? Now, if you found this video useful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you are still undecided, kindly comment in the comment section and I'd love to help you out. Don't forget to subscribe for more tech and career tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.